Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I want to come on here with another recap of Love and Hip Hop ATL, aka The Young and the Ratchet. I didn't even realize they were going to do another episode on Thursday until I looked in the comments section. Everybody was like, you know, there's another episode coming on tomorrow night. You got to check it out. So I ended up watching the show, and that episode was just a straight up mess. I feel like Mona's trying to put 2 episodes in 1 week because they're trying to hurry up and get rid of this show. People are losing interest. It's a bunch of just crazy ass drama, and I for one cannot wait till the reunion because I'm so over Love and Hip Hop ATL right now. But let's go ahead and get started with the recap. So we pick up where we just left off last week. Karlie Redd sees Teletubby, aka Miss Piggy, aka Kadia, in the club with Yung Joc, and now she's upset. She's popping off. Her and Yung Joc are going back and forth. She's saying that he's whack. How the hell is he gonna try and play her? And then all of a sudden, Yung Joc starts throwing out words that I have never heard of. He tells Karlie that she is the queen of Tottism. And when he said that, I fell the hell out. And then he said that her damn coochie be leaking out pimento cheese. I'm like, ugh, pimento cheese, bro. That sounds like a straight up STD. I'm gonna need Miss Karlie Redd to go get that checked out. But it also makes Yung Joc look stupid because her damn coochie is leaking out pimento cheese. Then why the hell are you still hitting it? Why are you still having sex with this woman? As soon as you spotted that shit leaking out her damn coochie, you should have cut her ass to the curb, point blank period. You don't go back for seconds when somebody's having a damn yeast infection out this world. That's disgusting. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Mimi, and she's gonna go visit Miss Deb. As we all know, Miss Deb recently lost her son K. Otis to suicide. Mimi's father recently died. He had a stroke. And this scene was really, really touching to see Deb being a mother figure to Mimi that Mimi so desperately needed. It seems like Mimi and her mother had a lot of issues growing up, and we kind of found out why. Her mother was a jump off. She got pregnant with Mimi, and basically she lied to Mimi for 16 years about who her real father was. And then once she got older, her mom was just like, okay, here goes the birth certificate. That's your real father. Go do with it what you want to do with it. And so I can see, you know, where a lot of Mimi's mommy issues come from and daddy issues come from, and why she holds on so closely to Stevie J, because she wants Eva to have a father, even though Stevie J doesn't treat her well. Like, you really got to see Mimi open up, but I'm still not buying this whole damn sex tape accidentally leaked bullshit. I'm not buying that at all. But it's clear that Mimi does have a lot of issues, a lot of self-esteem issues, and I feel really bad for her dealing with the death of her father. And I think what made it worse for Mimi is the fact that she said her father tried to call her, but she was busy and she wasn't able to answer his call, and then he ended up dying. Folks are saying it might be because of the sex tape. It might have just been too much for him to take. Who knows? We'll never know. Maybe we'll never know why her father was calling her that day. But at the end of the day, she done lost her second parent. I feel really, really bad for her. So I do send Mimi my condolences, because it's never easy to lose anybody in your life. And I think it was really cool how Miss Deb just let her talk and cry and vent. And she gave her some really, really good advice. Miss Deb is definitely one of my favorites on the show. She's also one of my favorite females in the industry outside of Love and Hip Hop ATL. But I'm glad that she's there because she does bring sanity to all this craziness. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Benzino, and he's helping Althea. And he's helping Althea with her music career, and she's there to promote her new song called Ghetto Love. So she's on stage with this short little shimmery dress. Well, it's kind of like a halter with like a little itty bitty skirt. And it's cute, and she's just dancing and singing, and she doesn't have a terrible voice, but it's like, it's so obvious that she's using Benzino to come up. And so Benzino gets up and he announces that he's in love and they're about to get married. Then all of a sudden this little short man pulls up his damn shirt, and there's a full body picture of Althea in a bra and panties that he has tattooed on the side of his rib. And I'm sitting there like, really, Benzino? He is such a fall in love fast ass dude. I don't know what to do with this man. This man is damn near 50. He has grown kids who are as old as 23 years old, and you're sitting there running around like a teenager in love for the first time. It's like, come on, why would you get somebody's entire body tattooed on you? Let's start with just their name. In the event it don't work out, you can cover that up. But it's going to be a lot harder to cover up a giant pinup. You know, Althea really lucked up when she met this dude. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Yung Joc and Lil Scrappy. They decide to meet up. Yung Joc wants to apologize to Lil Scrappy for kind of, you know, showing out at the fashion show and you know, acting wild. And Lil Scrappy's like, man, I thought it was just me and my she's not E trying to juggle 5 C's. Whatever, I can't even do it. But so Lil Scrappy's talking, and you know, he's like, you know, he's kind of shocked that, you know, Yung Joc had it in him to try and juggle Kadia and Karlie Redd. And then Yung Joc says that the reason why he's even dealing with Karlie, you know, not only to help her, but that she's a freak. And then he proceeds to say that Karlie would stroke him up and down with her damn feet. I'm like, Karlie's a bad bitch. I ain't never heard no shit like that. And Yung Joc was like, yeah, she would just keep stroking my stuff with her damn feet, just back and forth until a nigga just, you know. I was like, wow, this chick is wild. She is straight up off the hook. Her old ass has a lot of shit to teach a lot of young folks on and off the internet, I see. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Stevie J and Mimi. Stevie J decided to reach out to Mimi because he felt bad about what he texted her about her father. And, you know, Ariana's conversation with him kind of got to him as well. So Mimi decides to come up there and meet with them, but they really don't resolve anything. They start going back and forth. They start arguing. Stevie J's trying to judge her. And Mimi's like, don't judge me because you made a sex tape too. You did stuff on camera too that our daughter can see. And Stevie J's like, yeah, but I didn't leak my sex tape and nobody used me. And this was back in the day and it don't matter. You're her mother. And, you know, he's just being a straight up hypocrite. And I feel really bad for this little girl, Eva, because like I've said before in previous videos, not one of her parents, but both of her parents have done porn and everybody in the world knows it. Everybody has seen both of her parents butt ass naked. So I do feel bad for this child, but at the end of the day, Stevie's in no position to judge her because Stevie has done the same thing. So I do agree with Mimi on that. So Mimi gets upset. She ends up walking off. So she leaves the scene and Stevie's like, don't leave yet. You got to finish your drink. I got to pay for that. And Mimi's like, you got it, boo. And then she walks out and then he just starts whistling. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with Stevie J? He is such a character. He just starts whistle while you work. Whistle, you know, he just starts whistling and I'm just sitting here cracking up like Stevie J just be doing too damn much in every scene that he's involved in. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Erica, Scrappy, and their daughter Imani, and they're going out on a family day and they're going to like this little water park / golf course, and they're doing a lot of really fun things together, and it's cool to see them as a family. I definitely think that little Scrappy and Erica are better off as just being friends and being there for Imani as opposed to trying to be in a relationship. So they're just talking and Scrappy's telling Erica that he's really proud of her for coming up with this clothing line and all the hard work she's been putting into it. And so Scrappy says, you know what, Erica, I want us to be a family where we all get along. Imani needs to know my mother. Imani needs to, you know, be able to spend time with Momma Dee. And I want y'all to kind of work on y'all's relationship, work on mending that. And Erica's like, well, you know what, I'll think about it. As long as your mama ain't trying to start no mess, I'm definitely down because I want Imani to be close with all of her family members. He decides to set up a meeting with Momma Dee to go talk to her about the whole situation with her and Erica. So in the next scene, Scrappy goes over there and Momma Dee's in her apartment and Momma Dee is such a mess, but Scrappy's talking to her and Scrappy's saying, you know what, I need you and my baby mama to make this work. I need y'all to be a family. And Momma Dee says she's down. You know, she wants to be there. She wants to help out. She's very supportive of Erica's clothing line. She's happy for Erica. She didn't think Erica had it in her, but Erica's proved her wrong. So Momma Dee agrees to go to her fashion show and support Erica, but not before she starts singing. So all of a sudden, she just starts singing a song, and little Scrappy's looking at her like, bitch, what? Really, mama? And he just has me cracking up with his expression because he's just as shocked as we are. And then she swears up and down that she's about to knock Rihanna and Beyonce off their motherfucking throne because she's Momma Dee. So little Scrappy has me cracking up. He goes, gospel, R&B, Momma Dee, man, that's some crazy ass, she's naive. And I'm just cracking up because I'm like, Scrappy is such a mess, but Momma Dee needs to have several seats. I don't see her dropping a gospel album no time soon. I can see her dropping a rap album before I see her dropping a gospel album, but it's going to be really interesting to see if her musical career ends up picking up steam. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Althea and Rashida, and she's there with her mother, and I'm going to need her mother's name to not be Alethea. I was cracking up when I seen that. So they're all shopping for the bridal dresses and everything. And Althea has made it clear that she refuses to sign a prenup. Benzino has agreed that he's not going to force her to sign a prenup. She asks Rashida, does her and Kirk have a prenup? And Rashida was like, nah, we was married almost, 13, 14 years ago when prenups weren't big like that. And, and she basically admits that she wants to own a portion of Hip Hop Weekly and that she came to the situation with money and that she doesn't need to go dig Benzino. So I just find it really funny that Benzino's willing to put all his money, his property, and everything else he owns on the line for Althea, and he's only known her a short time. So he's willing to marry this chick, get a tattoo, and also not get a prenup. This guy's a straight up fool. So Althea's there and she's trying on all these wedding dresses and she looks really, really pretty trying on these dresses. And the mom was like, I'm just so happy for you. I'm glad you finally gonna settle down. And so Rashida asks his mama, are you married? She said, no, but I've been married 5 times. So Rashida's looking like, well, damn, bitch, 5 times, 5 different marriages, 5 different wedding dresses. It's obvious that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So Rashida's kind of worried now, like, you know what? Her mama has a track record of marrying a bunch of rich, wealthy men. Who's to say that Althea might not be using Benzino? But she says, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and dismiss that thought. I just want them to be a couple. I want them to last for a long time and be happy together. But the whole situation does look shady that she wants to get married to him so fast. So then the woman at the bridal store asks her, you know, well, how soon do you need the dress? And Athea's like, a week and a half. And she's like, these are custom dresses. It takes 4 to 6 months. So now Athea's upset and she's mad and she's like, you know what? I don't have 4 to 6 months. I need to get married right away. So then she ends up saying, never mind. She'll go find her bridal dress somewhere else. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Kalina and Tony, and they've supposedly moved into a new home. A big, sprawling ass mansion that you can tell is obviously rented. So you mean to tell me that for the past few years, they've been living in this studio, but all of a sudden out the blue, they have money to go buy a home? Yeah, okay. So it's a rental property. Kalina's unpacking and getting everything together. Karlie Redd is there, and so's Rashida. And Karlie Redd gets her a present. The present is this, you know, this sex swing. Because she's like, you know, y'all can put it up and have sex anywhere. And once again, Kalina's not wasting any time playing into that whole Jezebel character. So she's like, yeah, you know, I would be able to do that, but you know I'm pregnant. And Karlie's like, no, I didn't know you was pregnant. She's like, yeah, I'm having a baby soon. And now you can clearly see her stomach. Now you can clearly see she's a lot further than 9 weeks. So now they're talking about everything, and Rashida said that she wanted to go help Althea pick out her wedding dress. And then Karlie all of a sudden just starts throwing shade. Well, what color is her dress? And Rashida's like, her dress is white. You know, she wants a pure dress. And Karlie's like, as nasty as her coochie is, she needs to have a black dress on. She needs to have a funeral dress because everybody named Mama done hit that out through Atlanta. And I'm sitting there looking at Karlie like, why are you counting once again her coochie mounds? Why are you so worried about what Althea does when you're the same type of female she is? That's the thought calling another thought black. Like, bitch, really? You want to talk about Althea, but you done jumped on the same amount of dicks for the past few seasons of Love and Hip Hop ATL. I'm going to need Karlie to have a seat. If you don't care about no neck like you call him, then why are you concerned if he chooses to marry her? Oh, you're mad because he didn't choose to marry you. He moved the hell on and found her. It's so obvious that Karlie feels some type of way about Benzino going through with his wedding plans to marry Althea. And she knows she messed up when she let Benzino go. So I don't feel bad for Karlie, and I feel like all the salt that she was throwing is because she's upset because it's not her playing that position. Moving on to the next scene. So in the final scene, we're all at Erica Dixon's fashion show, and the models are coming out, and the dresses are okay. You know, they look like regular dresses that you can see at any boutique in Atlanta, but they're, you know, they're decent dresses. You know, I'm happy for her to come up with this fashion line and do her own thing, because it's definitely not easy to come up with a clothing line. So while she's there, Imani's there, little Scrappy's there, her mama is there, and then in walks Momma Dee, you know, looking around, trying to find where everybody's at. So Momma Dee comes up to her, she brings her flowers and everything, and tells Erica that she just wants to make peace. So now Mignon, Erica's mama says that she wants to talk to Momma Dee. So Erica's scared that her mom might, you know, say something because they haven't seen each other since the big blow up last season. So Mignon says, you know, are you here to support Erica and to support her endeavors? Or are you just here to be nosy? And Momma Dee says, no, I'm here to bury the hatchet. I'm here to support her. I'm proud of her. And then her and Mignon end up hugging and, you know, making up and letting the past go. And Erica, you know, starts crying, and she's just really happy that they can all be a family again. Then her and Momma Dee go to sit down, and they just, you know, just finish talking and chopping it up, and they bury the hatchet, and they end up hugging. And then Erica gets up, and she starts, you know, slightly twerking, and Momma Dee's just, you know, smacking her on the ass, and Erica's like, my ass is real. And, you know, I'm just cracking up at that whole scene. But it's good to see Erica and Momma Dee back on good terms, back trying to do the right thing for Imani, and, you know, trying to bring together a family as opposed to just letting it sit there and be fractured. So I was very proud of her, and it seems like all of them have grown up this season. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL, aka The Young and the Ratchet. What was your favorite scenes? What was your least favorite scenes? And how do you feel about Mona Scott doing 2 shows in 1 week? I'm going to need her to just go ahead and show the reunion because I'm over this show altogether. So go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces.